Join two sisters who explore the couples that fandoms adore. We write their stories in the night, in the glow of computer light. Eyes connect, clothing flies. In our head, canon love never dies. Sense looks that leave us pining. In deep forums, we are mining for this journey. Better strap in, because we all know that shit happens.
Welcome to the podcast that explores fandoms and the couples they can't stop dreaming about. I'm Emily.
And I'm Rachel. It is summer, baby. And instead of doing our full couple deep dives, we are deciding to do something a little different, something a little bit more casual, a little bit more fun and sexy, baby. It's our summer fanfic book club.
In Deep Ship Book Club. We've been talking about it.
Yeah, we've been wanting to make that a reality, and that's, guess what, we are now.
Yep.
And so normally we do deep dives as outsiders, kind of getting the feel for a ship, but now we are going all in on one specific ship and a major fan work around it.
In this summer, we have decided to read the number one kind of fic on AO3, and that is All the Young Dudes by Miss King Bean 89. Right?
Yeah.
We didn't write it down.
That's right. we know that off the dome.
So yeah, we will be reading All the Young Dudes, split out across, I think, 6 episodes is what we've decided. And we will be digging into the fic and the central ship, Wolfstar. Or, if you don't know, Remus Lupin and Sirius Black from Harry Potter.
Right. And this ship was originally recommended to us by our friend Max, who I was exchanging emails with. And sorry, friend, I haven't gotten back to you. I'll get back to you soon. We often get the feedback that we don't know the source material well enough. And we are not going to be an expert in every single fandom out there. Like, this is a podcast for the voyeur in all of us, where we want to know what's going on in the other people's fandoms, but in a Cliff Notes way. I don't want to be in the weeds with them arguing. I just want to know, at a sky level, what's the deal with
what's
this,
going
right?
on? Yeah. I just want to get the memes, get the jokes. The occasional Reddit post crosses my path. I know what what are we talking? I'm nosy. I just want to know.
Who doesn't like to be in the know? And now that we said that, we're flipping the script on that because we're doing a deep dive, right? We're going to stay in this fandom all summer. And that is, of course, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, trademarked. With one of the fics that have taken over. But this isn't just another Harry Potter fanfic, right? You're not going to
This isn't Hermione.
Yeah. This one is specifically in the Marauders era, which has the HP fandom in a fucking chokehold.
Yeah, this is kind of prequel Harry Potter, and it's just spun off, and it's just its new own IP almost. It's not, but
it is. It's its own thing. I mean, yeah, obviously you can't legal lawyers, okay, but it's different to the fans.
Yes, they think so. And so who are the Marauders? The Marauders are the friend group that includes important characters in the Harry Potter universe that are the kind of the previous generation to the books, movies, whatever.
What do they call them? The Golden Trio or something?
Golden Trio. Yeah, those are the main 3. And you know them from the map specifically, Harry's map. So the Marauders consist of his dad, as well as his godfather, Sirius, his eventual defense against the dark arts. I forgot what
I wasn't typing all of that out.
DATTA. I really forgot what it was called. Defense against the dark arts teacher, Lupin, who is the main character of this fic. And then the man that would go on to betray Harry's parents, leading to their death and Harry's whole deal.
The whole...
his whole thing. That
prophecy,
would be
X, Y, and Z.
whatever. The later books, whatever that's about. Peter Pettigrew, the little rat guy.
Right. So the Marauders fandom often centers on the... often. It centers on these 4 characters, and it explores themes around coming of age, boarding school fun, and explores the ideas of like queer love and tension, because guess what? You got 4 dudes in your story. Somebody's fallen in love with somebody. Mm-hmm. And this stands as the perfect playground for fans because it lets them return to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter trademarked without directly interacting with the notorious author J.K. Rowling, who
Boo hiss.
yes, and okay, like I try to wear my devil's avocado hat, and I'm like, I can kind of see where she's coming from, considering like she's looking at it from strictly her lens and her struggles in life, and that she's also from like a slightly different time. So maybe she just ran her mouth in areas where we thought we were going to be like, hoorah, girl power. And she didn't get that anymore. But then Homegirl comes out and she's just shitting on ace people on National Ace whatever day, Ace Awareness Day. And I'm just like, why you gotta come for ace people? They literally do nothing to nobody. They're like the most like inoffensive people ever. And they're like one of those groups that I will go to bat for every single time. Them and the furries. Those are my 2 like pet projects. I will always die on the hill defending them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just first off, right, fantasy author can't imagine experience outside her own lived one. Like, come on. Although I think you do kind of see that in Harry Potter. But yeah, she's just like nasty about it too.
It's like you didn't have to say anything,
right?
Like
yeah.
nobody was waiting on you to weigh in on these issues.
Yeah, and you're just nasty about it. Yeah, you're just like mean. I think it's tacky. She's been disavowed by the main trio from the original movies, and a lot of people, don't want to deal with her anymore and don't want to support anything HBTM related. So. They turn to the fanfic instead. So which I guess kind of bright side of her running her mouth, you now know where to, put your money. Right. Which is not to Warner Brothers or whoever owns it now. Not Disney. Right. Disney still doesn't. And maybe? I don't think Disney owns it.
I have no idea. Harry Potter has not been in my sphere of relevance in a long time until the summer. And it's fun. I'm happy to be back. In the trademarked world in this way that we can all get behind a little bit more. Because while the Marauders has taken off to kind of fill that itch or fill that hole, it has been around for 20 years, right? Because it's such prime opportunity. It's like prime real estate for exploration because it's like... It's underdeveloped in the original works.
Yes.
People love all the things that it touches on. All the characters are interesting and can expand on. And then you have the opportunity to play with more modern ideologies around sexuality that, Warner Brothers, right? The trademarked version is never going to touch. Mm-hmm. And I feel like as a millennial... It's a little cringe to be into Harry Potter. Like I look at tattoo subreddits and everybody's covering up their Deathly Hallows, right? But I feel like it's still a little bit cool to be into the Marauders, right? Like that's cool. Mm-hmm. Harry Potter, not cool.
No.
But that's, again, my mostly outdated outsider perspective.
Yeah. So my corner of the internet, HPTM. So yeah, the Wizarding World is like radioactive. Do not touch it. Toxic. But it's, like a lot of people struggle because it meant a lot to them as children. We got away with it because we have Lord of the Rings in our hearts. So I feel like that filled the Harry Potter.
Which is problematic in its own way.
Yes, but like he's A, dead already. Dead. B, he's from that time. Like, I don't know. You could kind of... We're like, duh. We just ignore. We know.
He's a British guy from the 40s.
Right.
Yeah. Our level is set.
Yeah, like I'm not expecting anything. But so a lot of people have, they have difficulty with that. And so I've seen, they don't want to touch Harry Potter, but like the fanfic, that's kind of like a gray area. So I've seen some discourse where they say avoid it, everything, at all costs. Like, you're encouraging the powers that be to keep making these TV shows that, like, no one's asking for. Right. Like, just by, like, showing that they think there's an interest. But while other people, say that enjoying and writing the fanfic, it's making nobody any money. And some people feel that it's like reclaiming this, loved property from their childhood, and that they're actually rebelling by making everybody super gay. Happy Pride.
Hell yeah, that's rock and roll, man. I love it. But I will say, people are making money off this.
Yeah, now they are. Yeah,
they're making money. Like, people are binding and selling all the young dudes.
Yeah, but yeah, she who will not be named is not making money.
Correct. The creator that you like, or bookbinder you like, whatever. I don't know how that all works.
No, I think that's legally questionable. But
and that's not something I ever will know.
I don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah. There you go. But as far as these Marauder fics go, all the young dudes is kind of like the gold standard, right? It is one of the Marauders fics that are out there, alongside Shoebox Project, which I think is like one of the OGs, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, fans. The one that I had personally heard about before was Crimson River, which is a like AU Marauders in the Hunger Games, which I thought was, everybody's so creative. I love it. And then there's also, like, I scrolled through just like the top on AO3, and it's a lot of AUs. This is like the characters meeting other places.
Yeah. I don't know why this is like coffee shop AU to me. That's where these characters live.
Yes. Oh my gosh. A lot of coffee shop.
But yeah, this one, not AU. So let's talk about it. What is all the young dudes? So it is, like I said, though, I think we said it, the most kudosed fic.
Kudos. Yeah. The word kudos has become a bigger part of my day-to-day life, and it just makes me crave a kudos bar. That's how old I am. Like when I'm 80, I'll be like, oh, to taste kudos M&M bar one more time, I would die a happy lady. Okay, anyways. But yeah, it's like the highest kudos one, I believe, within the Wolfstar.
And I think maybe in general now. I think it's like number
probably.
1. Yeah. On AO3.
And it's no small thing either. It is like 500,000 words covering Lupin's life from his Hogwarts invite till, I'm guessing, when he dies. I don't know. No spoilers. We haven't gotten that far
I haven't
yet.
been doing any research because I honestly don't want to be spoiled. I feel like I've seen some stuff, so I know kind of some stuff that's happening, and then I know what happens in the books, kind of, barely. Like, I kind of remember. But yeah, I know. I want to be like along for the ride.
Right, exactly. That's my take too. So I'm assuming it's going to go all the way to the death.
Right. I'm not expecting happy ending.
Yes, because I did read Harry Potter a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
But this is what we call in literature, it's called like a life work, or a word that I learned recently. So here's some trivia to put in your cap, a 10-cent word. Bildungsroman. Bildungsroman. Something like that. Which is a German word for a genre of fiction that covers someone's growth and development from youth to adult. So that's a fun little vocab word. But anyways, before we begin, I feel like we need a book club drinking game, because what is book clubs for if not getting like a little toasted while you talk about something you've read? As we've mentioned in our most recent episode, Rachel has now become an fanfic author herself.
Contributed to the hallowed halls of AO3.
I have, for the first time ever. And I'm going to be really obtuse about it. Like, I'm really going to be annoying. So every time Rachel mentions her own fan work, take a drink. Because it occupies too much of my brain now. I'm relating my experience as a auteur to what Miss King Bean must have been feeling. Thinking.
You relate exactly.
Right.
You know exactly what it's like.
Millions and millions of hits coming my way.
A potential book deal. That's right. We talked about that.
Why not? I'm manifesting it, Emily.
Put it out there.
Yeah, there's money in those gay vamps. Okay, let's get into the actual book here. Okay, drink. Talking about gay vampires. So what did we read from all the young dudes for this episode?
Yeah, so we've got the work split up into 6 chunks. So
I think maybe 8.
8? Are we doing over 4 months instead of 3?
Oh, just kidding. 6.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Math.
5,
Emily's the
6.
engineer.
Yeah, I was like, summer's 3 months.
6.
Okay, yeah, 6. So basically every like 30-ish chapters. So first chapters we covered exactly 30, 1 to 30.
Not gonna lie, I opened 30 chapter. I'm like, am I supposed to read this one or was I supposed to? I read through 30.
Okay, that's what I did too. Because I actually had 31 in my head, so I glad I stopped.
Good. Yeah, we got to be on the same page. And this one is our introductory chapters, right? Setting the stage. Of course, it included Remus finding out he was a wizard. We had the foundation of the Marauders happening. It covers all of the first year, which apparently means like pranks. Pranks are a huge deal.
Big deal. Yes. Yeah, the like making of the group and their initial pranking. And some like background tragic backstories for a couple characters.
We needed those.
Yes,
right.
gotta
And
have.
one of those drops, those little info drops, is that Lupin can't read. He's dyslexic, I think, is what I picked up on. So Sirius helps Remus get ahead of his schoolwork or get a grasp of his schoolwork by reading to him aloud until they figure out a way for him to read. That was kind of a big moment, I think, in this section that we read. What else happened?
So yeah,
Severus
Remus, he
Snape-
learns how to read. He struggles with werewolf-ism.
Right.
Lycanthropy?
Lycanthropy.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if anybody know, Remus is a werewolf. They're like very
Stigmatized.
Yeah. So that's a problem. It's a secret. But yeah, him kind of having to deal with that. It's also very painful, which is sad.
That is sad, I will say.
Yeah.
Ben, another thing that's sad is how freaking annoying Snape is. Even like, I'm just like, go away. Why is Lily friends with him at all? He's awful. And she has her little quip in there when she talks to Lupin about whatever X, Y, and Z. But I'm like, still, girl, do better.
Yeah. Like, you don't, yeah, he's just never, she says he's nice, but he's never nice to her in anyone's view.
Yeah, I feel like there needs to be like a little bit of like something happening there to make me like, oh, he does care about her. Because like, I just think he's an ass all around.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get that in the next section.
Right. I mean, it is from Remus's point of view, and they like specifically hate each other. But yeah,
Fair.
yeah, right.
And so what also happened in the first year is that I, Rachel, have become a Wolfstar shipper. I see the groundwork being laid, and I love it. I love it. When he read to him, I was like, ooh.
Yes, they are only 11, so not super romantic.
You had crushes at 11. Everybody had crushes at 11. Maybe not on real people,
maybe
like
not-
on celebrities. The Phantom of the Opera, perchance. But, you know, you're starting to become a little bit more romantically inclined.
Yeah, maybe from my perspective, I'm saying I don't know if I want to ship 11-year-olds, but I did like their moments. There's like special moments. Yeah, the reading. Sirius like flies with him because he hates flying. That was cute when he like could be out in the front of the pack. It's like your athletic friend walking the track with you. There was some other cute. Yeah, they hang out over Christmas together in the first year. There's cute. Yeah, and then helping with reading and some like learning aids for Remus. It's sweet.
Yeah, that was the, like, again, maybe not shipping, but like the emotional intimacy of like them caring about each other.
And having a
was really
special
good.
relation, like because it's the Marauders, right? It's all four, and like Sirius and him and James kind of have a thing, like they're like the two kind of leaders or whatever. But like that, Sirius and Remus also have like their own
A special connection.
a friendship kind of outside of just the four.
Right. And I like that. Okay, so then after first year ends, we get summer. Blah, bummer. I thought it was kind of cute how the author wrote it in like a series of letters that go unresponded to. I'm like, I like a little change like that. You know, it makes it kind of fun. Long story short, Lupin is not anywhere involved with any of them. He's back at his, which we also forgot to say, back at his boys' home, right? Which is like a halfway, no, not
Children's
a halfway
home,
house.
is what he calls
A group
it.
home.
It's not an
Yes.
orphanage, but yeah.
It's where you can't find placements for children in the system, and they live in one spot together. Yes. So he's there. Nothing really happens. He can't really see anybody because he is a.
Or they
burden
can't
of the
use
state.
magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they can't use magic until they get older.
Correct. Okay. Summer, bummer, back together. we're the friends. They're all reunited in their second year. They're bigger. They're better. You know, year 2, they're no longer 11. You know, they're almost teenagers. What?
Wow.
And things start picking up. One of which is that all of his friends find out he's a werewolf. Lupin his secret is outed, which turns out Sirius had already known about it.
Yeah.
It was just cool.
He
He was
just
just
kept
cool
it
about it.
quiet. Yeah.
Yes. And then little stinky James Potter. No, just kidding. I think he's an interesting character too. He figures it out, and then they all confront each other about it.
There had to be a whole confrontation. It's like, this is a little bit much.
Well, I guess because they thought he was dangerous. I have no idea.
know. But Sirius gave him a heads up. That was cute too.
That was nice, right?
Yes.
And then things get a little weird with the Marauders, but they end up coming back together, which is, of course, what you would expect, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was nice. There was a big unexpected thing that happened in my book. Sirius is engaged at 13 in an arranged marriage
To his cousin, who's older.
his cousin?
Yeah, who's older than him. And we know that she ends up with someone else. Well, in the book, she's with
yes,
a Malfoy.
She's
Yeah.
Narcissa
Yes.
Malfoy. That was all very surprising to me, and I was like, huh? And so now his friends and him are uniting to like break him out of this marriage pact, which is sweet. And so this chapter segment we read only goes up until Christmas break of their second year. So we get left on a cool cliffhanger of Sirius getting literally snatched from the Potter family Christmas by his mom, whose name is like
shitty mom.
Broomhilda or something.
It'd be something star related.
I don't know, Dragmata, something like that. It was a bizarro name. That's all I remember. I'm not in the fandom
remember
like
either. Yeah, but yeah, she grabs him, casts a spell on him. I was like, oh, terrible.
that. Yeah, she does. She charms him. But to be fair, Sirius had literally just cursed Remus not that long ago.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
apple tree. Just kidding. But that's because that's how he was. It's interesting because that's how the two boys have learned to resolve conflict, right? Lupin with his fist and Sirius with like magic, because that's the life that they'd known because of their tragic backstories.
Yes.
And so, okay, as we dig into these, we're going to have a couple like segments and ratings and thermometers that we're looking at. And the first one, after looking at the first 30 chapters, what's the danger scale here, right? Rating from 1, which is a cozy Hogwarts shenanigans, to 10, which is, oh lordy, old Voldy is at the door. Or like just emotional trauma, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause it's about to be sad. I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready to get my Kleenexes out. But let's just say this first 30 chapters, like solid 1, right?
Yeah. It's just Hogwarts hijinks. They're just like little boys doing little troublesome boy shit. Yeah.
I love it. Like,
there's like some bullying. That's not great, but
I mean, that's what 11-year-olds deal with.
yeah,
And
yeah.
This took me back to like the nostalgia of reading the Harry Potter series as a kid, where it's just like, I literally would have been happy if nothing else happened. If it was just 8 years of Harry Potter going to wizarding school and dealing with wizard shit, like, you know, ghosts and howlers and that kind of stuff. Like, I would have ate that up. I
Wizard
didn't need
competition.
Voldemort.
You could throw that in and then just cut it off before Voldemort comes back.
Or just like I didn't need Voldemort. I don't know. I would have just read about the world of wizards.
Yeah. There were some like dating plot lines. There you have like a
Well, yeah, they did that
cozy-
anyway.
Yeah. Just lean into it and you have like a cozy fantasy book.
Yeah, you could have like a different, you know, monster of the year club or whatever, but I didn't need the whole wizarding war. As you will hear, I'm bitter about some of that stuff that happened. But okay, back to the Marauders, right?
Yes, yeah.
So my overall, so this was our first introduction to reading all the young dudes. Like, what was your impression of just the story, the writing, just like as a whole?
So overall, the great thing about fan fiction is that you can just get into it. You don't have to world build. You don't have to explain anything because you can just kind of roll with everybody knows. So, right, Remus, he's in this boy's home. An old wizard shows up with a beard. You don't need to tell me what his deal is. I know what his deal is. Like,
exactly.
Sorting, that gets blown through real fast. And it's because I know it's being published. It's like, man, how are you going to like explain any of that? You got to leave. Sorting has to be removed. Has to be.
Yeah.
But even like, like the Sirius's backstory and how his family, they're pure bloods and they're like all uppity about that. Like, how do you remove the Harry Potter stuff, but leave that in your story? Like, is it just a class thing now? It's just their rich?
Class, or just like make a race thing. Come on, it's 2026. Let's talk about race.
Maybe, because it's like they hate the Potters and the Potters are rich too. So it's like, but like, what is the... Yeah, how do you...
What's the distinction?
Yeah. But I guess I was... Because I know it's being published, so I was expecting, like, a book, I guess, like, or structured like a book, and it's not, because you're just, like, You're in it already.
You're
so
jumping
fast.
right in.
And things move pretty fast, because, I mean, it's a long story, but, like, it's a whole life, so you gotta move fast.
Yeah, you gotta, when I took my creative writing class, Emily, they said that you can't like fly the plane level. You have to like go down and examine some moments and then fly way high up for others. And this one does a good job.
Yep. Well,
which we also never said. We never said that this is going to get published. This is a fanfic that has a book deal now, right?
Yes,
it's going to be its own IP.
Yeah. Cannot be the whole thing. It has to just be this first part or something. Anyway, we'll find. I guess I'm going to read it now. I just kind of want to know.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to do an update after we read it.
Yeah.
Obviously. But my overall impression was I thought it was pretty good. I'm not somebody who's in fanfic. And some of the fanfics that I've read for this show, I didn't have high expectation for like the prose, right? Not that I'm some impressive snob, but... Not that I'm some literary snob, but I thought the writing was impressive. It was concise. It was entertaining. Like, nothing jumped out at me. It was like, when the temperature's just right. Like, it's not cold, not hot. It's just like, it was easy. It was so easy. And I think that's a pretty good job matching the tone of like the Harry Potter series, which was, I felt not overly prose driven, but it wasn't YA. I don't know. I guess it was YA, but it was
it is for kids.
Yeah, maybe that's why I liked it. I don't know, but it just felt like it was. You're not thinking that you're reading literature. You're just getting the story beamed into your brain.
Just having a good time.
Yeah, and that's how I felt reading this. And I thought the dialogue was especially good. I liked the what do you call it? The way that they talk. That's not like. Everybody's voice is different, specifically Remus's, and like I just I think
it's just voice, right?
Yeah, it's not an accent. There's like a word for it, jargon. I don't know. The way he talked, you could tell the difference in the class. Like it was nice. I thought it was good. Some other standout moments. I will also say Madame Pomfrey is my girl.
Yes.
She's just so nice. Like literally, I want to be like her. I'm like. With my kids, I want to be, she's my new mom role model. I'll be like, what would Madame Pomfrey do?
So supportive, so sweet.
Yeah, just genuinely cares about him.
Yes.
It's like, man. Yeah. There was also the bit, we talked about pranks with the rain cloud where the prank went a little too far. And I liked that little part too because it showed Lupin's prowess with magic, that he is a gifted wizard. Or sorcerer, after all. But also like that his power and his abilities are tied to his lycanthropy, and like the full moon gives him more power. Like, oh, that was kind of cool.
That's like a twist on like werewolves. I don't think you see all the time. I liked also, so at that time he has a temper, and his temper kind of gets away from him, and so the prank goes farther than he intended it to go, and then he feels very bad afterwards. And it's for him, it's kind of, so it's tied in with his lycanthropy, because he's like, am I angry because I'm a werewolf? Because he doesn't know any other werewolves, like that's not, there's nothing out there, so he doesn't know if that's like a werewolf thing or if he's just angry, which you're like, yeah, that's also reasonable. He's just this kid who's got handed a bad deal.
Life.
Yeah. Like maybe like that would also be a reasonable kind of response.
Yeah.
Or like
And
understandable.
we'll have to keep reading to find out, I guess.
Yeah.
But I do like that the temper is established because I bet it is going to come in handy later. The other thing I really liked about it was the introduction of these familiar items, right? Like when they started making a map, I was like, oh, hell yeah, you're going to make a map. And then when James whips out the cloak, like the invisibility cloak, I was like, yeah. It was like, I swear.
I know her.
Yes. It was like that moment in a movie where like the old character from a different one shows up or like an item, and I cannot put my finger on it. There was a specific moment, I swear, and you were probably there, that we were in the theater and like the camera pans to something and everybody was like, wow. It was like that moment. Or like, you know, when Han Solo comes out in the post ones or whatever. And it's just like everybody's like, yeah. And it's just like, because you know it. It's like, I know her.
Yeah,
like
yeah. Like there. It's kind of like they say the title of the movie in the movie type deal. You're like, yeah, it's the title of the movie.
Yes, their eyes were watching God.
Yes.
I don't know why that one came to me, but whatever. That's a deep one.
Yeah. But everyone looks like a callback. And like you're in it, right? This is, it's just kind of a reminder of like, yeah, this is why we're all here. Because of that boy wizard.
Yes. And all that, like all the stuff. And like they find the secret passage to Hogsmeade, which I thought was like a little easy that they found that kind of quickly. Like maybe that should have been a little bit more work. But it's just like all these things. And it's just like, oh, it's fun to see their origins.
Little, references. And when I was interested reading in it through it, I kind of wanted to see how Snape was handled. Because he starts the books as like bad. He's like kind of a villain, but then as the books develop, his character also develops, and he kind of becomes like, he gets like a redemption, and he kind of still sucks anyway, but you know.
Yeah, he's not like great, but he like sacrifices himself at the end.
Yeah, and you're like kind of see why he's like this and whatever. So it's kind of interesting like how his character was handled, because he's like kind of for now the antagonist of the Marauders. They kind of pick on each other. And it's balanced because he can't just be straight evil, unlike his sidekick, who I think is just evil. But so they kind of, you have some lines from Lily that's like, oh, well, you know, he's got some stuff going on with his mom. It was very like hurt people. Yeah. And because he does technically, he starts it, but he does kind of seem to pick on Remus specifically, calling him like stupid and stuff. But so he pokes at his difficulty reading, which he doesn't know is, you know, a sore spot. And then Remus responds by like just clocking him in the face. And that kind of kicks off the
the prank war.
Yeah. So it is, he kind of starts it, but like the boys don't let it go. And they elevate
They really don't. That's why I like the first get him back. I was like, sure. Like that makes sense. And then it was just like, that's all they thought about. It was just like, how are we going to prank Slytherins? And I was like, oh, okay. But okay, before that's a good lead in. But before we get in there, I think that is fair. Like, what is going to happen with Snape? Is he going to get that like depth, that like redemption piece? Or is he just going to stay wicked the whole time?
So he has to, because he becomes like a double agent. So if they're getting into the wizarding war and they are a part of it, I mean, unless he had to keep his double agentness secret, I feel like, I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, do they redeem him?
Okay, I forgot about all that. I'm excited. I'm excited to see, like, are we going to see a different side of Snivellus, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he'll get some moments. Because him and Remus aren't at each other's throats in, like, the book, I think.
Yeah, they work together. Like, they're colleagues.
Yeah, they're adults.
That could be kind of fun. I want to see that dynamic where they're like, That's apparently my very articulate way of describing their relationship. But also, like, as we were getting into the pranks and the huge emphasis on the pranks, this will lead us into our next section, which if you listen to us, you know we be haters. We be sipping on that haterade. Listen to the Galadriel episode specifically for evidence of our hateration. So we do have to talk about our nits, right? Like our nitpicks. And one of them was just like so much pranks. Like pranks. I get it. I get it that that's like what they did, but also like I get it. Okay, we don't need to keep belaboring the point. It's just so many pranks.
I guess, Hogwarts is so weirdly old timey for no reason. I guess there's just nothing else to do.
Right. I guess. I mean, but like you think about Harry Potter did pranks and whatnot, but they also had other happenings. Like there could have been.
Maybe this is just Hogwarts
happenings.
when Voldemort's not trying to kill Harry every year.
That's fair. But I mean, like a ghost could be doing something, or I don't know. I just feel like there was more. Hogwarts has got so much stuff going on to like be so stuck on pranks. Like maybe they could have investigated a weird teacher or like something like that. But it was so much emphasis on pranks, and that kind of leads me into my other nit that I had, which is like the world kind of felt a little flat at times. Like it seemed like there were only 12 students in all of Hogwarts, like the Marauders, Snape, Lily, Snape's buddy, not Peter, the Frank guy, and then maybe a couple others that they've interacted with. It felt smaller, which I think stands in contrast to the original works, which felt expansive, right? It was a whole new world that we were getting to walk into. But anyways, like I don't take that as like I don't think that's a major criticism because it obviously was doing what it needed to. And like to Remus, that was his whole world. There's those 3 other boys. So, that kind of works on a metaphorical level if you really want to dig into it. But this is something that I'm maybe also tuned into because get your glasses ready. In my own fan work, I feel like I don't have enough characters and that there's like 5 people that talk. So I'm sensitive to it. Drink.
And I think that's, it kind of comes down to the like, you're, as a fan work, you're here for like the relationship and the Marauders hijinks and then like the deep dive into like Remus.
Right.
So you just don't need anything else. But when it's adapted, I don't know. I'm interested to see how Miss Bean adapts it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Because she's going to have to change a lot. Like, what if there's, like, no magic? There has to be magic.
There's magic, right? I think that was a part of the... what we do know about it. And he is a werewolf.
No, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. But I'll be excited to see her world that she builds, right?
Yeah.
And then we don't have to, like, ride on the backs of the Harry Potter world. And we don't have the expectations either.
Yes. And that kind of brings us to the next segment. What is the expectations? What is canon and what is fanon?
I found myself often while reading being like, wait, was that real? Like, is that actually what happened? I don't remember. There's a lot more to Harry Potter than I experienced because I kind of stopped being invested after the last book came out. We have a habit of falling off fandoms before they conclude. Like, I still don't think I've seen Breaking Dawn.
I haven't seen Breaking Dawn. I don't think I saw the last Harry Potter movie. I don't think I saw the last Hunger Games movie. I can get through the books. It's like just when they start making these movies.
And they're all 2-part finales.
Yeah. I just never come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we have this section, because little things raised my eyebrows and I wanted to know, was that really what happened or not? Number 1, did Lupin's dad really top himself? That is fanon, I will say. His dad did not in the slightest kill himself. Lyle Lupin actually outlives his son and helps raise Remus's kid from the books, which again, why, Joanne, did you need to kill Remus and Tonks? Like, I will never forgive that. Fred or whatever. That's sad. They had a baby. And I looked this up while researching this section. She was like, well, whatever his name is, Mr. Weasley lived, so I had to kill someone. I'm like, literally, you did not. You are the author. You are the creator of this world.
It's fiction. You're making it up.
We know it was bad. We can just throw in some friends. Fred, whatever. I don't like to see it, but he doesn't have a baby. I was just like, Joanne. Anyways. That's where the beef begins. But anyways, Lupin's dad did not kill himself because his son was a werewolf and he couldn't handle it. Fanon. And that's even called out in the notes in chapter 1. But I just thought it was an interesting thing to talk about.
Yeah. Gotta make it tragic. Well, he gotta end up in that home. So
Yeah, I
I
mean,
guess
which is a very
his
interesting
mom's
take.
kicking still. Whatever.
Yeah.
So the other canon are fanon. So you have the Marauders. We know what Remus's deal is, kind of know what Sirius' deal is. So yeah, James and Peter, I don't feel like we get a lot from their childhood in the books. So were they actually friends? So they come into Hogwarts as friends. They're both, I guess, from
They're
wizarding
like packaged
parents.
as like best buddies, like grew up together, best buds.
And that is fanon. So yeah, that was not in the books. But it does,
I think that was a savvy move by Miss King Bean, because it does a good job of explaining why this little weirdo is involved in the first place.
Yes.
Like they don't seem like Peter doesn't seem like somebody who would like be gravitating into the circle that they would be bringing in. So it's kind of like he's grandfathered in. Yeah, that makes sense. I buy it. That dynamic feels natural. Like his hero worship and James's desire to be worshipped. Boom.
Yep. You can ride coattails. And then I think it kind of helps. It builds out the like dynamics too of like James and Sirius meet more as equals. And this is Remus's perspective specifically. But yeah, they kind of meet more as equals. They have like a BFF thing going. Whereas Remus is like, and then me and Peter are here too.
Yeah, they're on the outside. And that I can see also the groundwork, right? The groundwork for Wolfstar. I see the groundwork for the resentment and like the anger that Peter might have towards them that leads him to do what he does.
Right. That is interesting because they're the bestest of friends, but we know.
We know how it ends.
We know.
Yeah. I love that. I think that's one of the more interesting things that's happening outside of Wolfstar. Another thing that I like hit my ear and I was like, is that real? Like, was that real from the book? Is this thing called the Sacred 8 or 28, which is like the 28 pureblood wizarding families. I was like, I feel like this would have been something I remembered, but I guess not, because it actually is canon. That was something in the book, and it was on the Harry Potter wiki that I found. And I looked through all 28 families, and while the Weasleys were of course on there, even though they didn't want to be, as I learned, the Potters didn't make the cut. Nobody, like, I don't know why. I forgot. Like, it didn't say. It's like they said they had, I can't remember if it was the Potters or the Weasleys. The Weasleys like, we got muggles back there somewhere. And that's why everybody hates them. But yeah, the Potters didn't make the cut either.
Okay. Yeah, because he's kind of, that's why he's rich.
Yes, I did. I checked that as well. Like, were the Potters loaded? According to like canon, they were like well off, like upper middle class, but they weren't.
I guess because I feel like in the books, right? Harry's like, holy shit, money, but he wouldn't have had any. So any amount to a child
seemed like a lot.
Yeah,
it was like somebody invented something. Either his dad or his grandfather invented some
like is all this in the books,
thing.
or is this shit from the supplementary?
Supplementary. Yeah. Yes, which is why the Sacred 28, I think, was probably part of like the one Order of the Phoenix,
which is when he moves into Sirius's house and stuff.
Which is the one I actually never finished reading. Sorry,
that's where all this stuff was. You had to know.
I know. Oops.
Fine, but I think all that like purebred family stuff is very interesting, and that's so like. Right, that's what fanfic's for, to build that out when it's not in there.
Which this is the next one, too.
Yes.
Some familiar names came up, and I was like,
oh, yeah. You got Narcissa, Draco's mom. You have Bellatrix.
Yeah, not just Bella.
Yeah, not Bella. Bellatrix, the crazy lady.
Helen Bonham Carter.
I was like, I forgot her name. I was like, oh, I know it. Yes, so she's there, not for very long, because she's a bit older than Sirius, but she's there. So were they actually, related to Sirius? And is his middle name Orion? Which is kind of space theme back to back. So, I mean, canon on, Bellatrix, right? Her last name is Black. Then I guess...
I thought it was Lestrange, Emily.
Whoa. I guess, she married.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think I knew that one. Yeah. Narcissa, I did not know. Yeah. He was cousin, but they're all intertwined or whatever. I'm sure it's a reference at some point.
Apparently all the purebreds are like pretty, intertwined. Yes.
And so, yeah, that bit's canon, though, like, purebred relationship, but not his middle name, Orion. His dad's name is Orion, but we don't know his middle name.
Yeah, that's kind of like a fanon that became widely accepted, right? Like, somebody said it at some point, and everyone's like, yes, that is his middle name. It tracks.
Yes. Yeah. Makes sense.
And along these same lines, I was very surprised when 13-year-old Sirius walks in on his birthday and is like, I got an arranged marriage. I was like, and then to his cousin at that. And I was like, this does not ring Harry Potter at all. And so I looked it up. Of course it's fanon. Like, I should not be surprised.
Fanon.
Because, yeah.
Fanon.
Did I say fanon?
Yeah.
Fanon, because I should know this, that forced marriage is like a major trope on AO3, right? Like, that's like one of the things that happens in fanfic.
Yes.
But there is some grounding for it in canon, because in chapter 6 of the Order of the Phoenix, Sirius tells Harry the pureblood families are all interrelated. If you're only going to let your sons or daughters marry purebloods, your choice is very limited. So that's to say that there probably is inbreeding. And even if the marriages aren't per se arranged by the parents, it's like, that's the one that's like the same age as me. So that's
it's like
probably,
these are the only options are this handful. Yeah.
And then apparently Miss Rowling leans into it and talks about how some of the more purebred families are like weird looking or whatever. She like went full Habsburg on them. And that is, it's interesting. It's kind of a stereotype in itself, because inbreeding only does that if you have the lurking genes anyway. We did a whole episode of this on my other podcast where we looked at taboos, and it's called like Why Kissing Cousins or something like that. And it turns out if you just don't have any of those lurking bad genes, there's nothing happens, right? They don't materialize. It's just like you gotta hope that when you start the inbreeding, you're not gonna like those, they're more likely to pop out. But there was like, everybody talks about the Habsburgs, but there was another royal family who was very inbred that they were perfectly fine because they never had any of those underlying issues. So it was really like, okay, J.K. Rowling, you're like stealing another kind of stereotype here.
Yeah, and they're all the bad guys, so
of course they have to be ugly on the outside.
Yes,
but like, okay. And we all know that Miss Rowling is not above stereotypes. Cho Chang.
Yeah.
Did I say more?
Yeah. But yeah, kind of talking about appearances. When Remus becomes a werewolf, he hurts himself, and those scars don't heal no matter what magical means that they use. So in this section, Remus hurts his face as a werewolf, and he ends up with a scar across his face, which is, it says it's canon in the movies. I don't know if that's in the books, but I just like pictured that guy from the movies. I was like, oh yeah, doesn't he have a scar?
Yeah.
So yeah,
that one
I thought that was kind of like a cute little nod to that actor.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they made it, they like just put it, I think it wasn't just the actor, I think it was how he appears,
the
movie portrayal.
Later. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I like
fun.
that as well. It was another thing I was like, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
So, okay, now we got our two kind of barometers here, right? Our three. Okay. Number one, Peter watch. How shady is Peter in these first 30 chapters?
So far, not shady. We've already talked about how he is a little bit on the outs with Remus compared to like the Sirius James kind of duo there. But he doesn't seem bitter. He doesn't seem angry about it. I think he's maybe less angry about it than Remus is.
Yeah, he's just happy to be there.
Yeah, he's just kind of drug along.
And he's a little bit more cowardly. Like they're showing he's a little bit more cowardly, a little bit more
whiny. But yeah,
they're laying the groundwork. Maybe I do see that. Okay, yeah. So not super shady. Not a lot of red flags yet.
Nope. We're keeping our eye on him.
We're watching you, Pettigrew. Before you turn into a rat and like hang out with preteens.
Watch
them
stay
sleep
in their
or whatever.
beds or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, weird. Okay. Then, speaking of groundwork, our other barometer we're tracking here. In our regular show, we always look at our OTP, 1-2 pairing level, our OTP score at the end of the episode. Wolfstar, where's that OTP at right now? Where's the level? Is it high, low, low, low? Where's it at for you?
Oh, right now? I mean, it's pretty low, right? There's not really romance yet, but
it's
yeah,
not
the
explicit.
building blocks. Yeah.
Exactly. I wrote puppy love. That's the level I'm putting it at. Get it? Because he's a wolf. Oh. And then
very cute. And then now we have my counter. So going into this, I mean, a reason I haven't already read it, I guess, is that like, right, I know how it ends. I have seen things, I've heard things that it can be, the phrase used is emotionally devastating. And I typically avoid things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting some tears, some tissues. So I wanted to add the cry counter. So how often has this work made me cry? I do cry pretty easily while reading books, especially books with children, going through it. And so far, my cry count is 1. I did tear up a bit when Remus, he had just turned into a werewolf and he had hurt himself and he was laying on the ground like, I might as well die. He was like, because he had just found out like how hard his life is going to be because he's a werewolf, like socially outside of just the werewolfness. Like he's going to be ostracized forever. Like he's going to have trouble finding work. Yeah. So yeah, he's like laying there. He's just like, I might as well just let it end. And then, yeah, girl boss, Madam Puffer comes in. And she's just like, not on my watch.
Yeah, not today, playa.
Yeah, she's like, I am getting you through this. And then that kind of added to it where it's like, she is like, we will get you through this. But she can only get him through college, right? Or not college. She can only get him through school. And then it's just like, oh, this kid, you can try your best to get him through school. But when he's an adult, what can you do?
Right.
Anyway, so that made me like tear up a little bit. Not like full on crying, but like some tears. A little like.
Okay, Emily's got one cry count. I got 0. I don't know how devastated I will be emotionally from this, but
I read things all in one go, so I feel like I get very into it emotionally.
Oh, so you read all 30 chapters straight?
Mostly. I got up to like 27 in one evening.
Wow. It does go fast. When you dedicate yourself to it,
yeah, and I can just sit down and read it for a couple hours. So, and shout outs that attention span lasted that long.
Yeah, I know. That's
everything does. Yeah.
That's a kudos to the writer.
Yeah.
Yes, I read it in like a couple chapters a night. Several long bursts, but then, yeah, usually just like a slow as I was going to bed. Mm-hmm. It was the last thing I did.
Checking.
So 0. Yep, 0 so far. We'll keep it. We'll tally it up over the total, and it'll be like, wow, Rachel's an ice queen.
We'll see. If it gets too much, I'll disengage and be like, this is over the top. But we'll find out. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, so that is gonna wrap up our first summer book club of all the young dudes.
Yes. So if you want to read along with us or just kind of keep track of where we're at, the next section we're going to be reading is chapters 31 through 62.
That sounds daunting, but I know I can do it.
Maybe another year and a half. It moves pretty fast. But there's like 6 years. So we'll see.
I can tell you what it'll take us through from the breakdown that I got. We're going to learn about secrets is what I heard is going to be the next section. Is going to be a lot of like secrets going on and misunderstandings. But I think that's kind of, the hallmark of any kind of fiction. Nobody talks. Nobody just says what they mean and means what they say. And that's where the conflict lies. So I'm excited. I'm glad we did this today so I can like just jump right into reading the next section.
Yeah. I know. I got to keep it fresh.
I also wanted to talk to you about it. So there you go.
Nice.
It was really hard not to text you my thoughts as I read.
Yep.
Save it for the pod.
Yep. Save it.
Okay. Well, we hope you will join us next time as we talk about the next 30 chapters of All the Young Dudes as we chip away that 500,000 words, chip, 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 section at a time. We're going to have read them all by the end of the summer, and you can bet we'll be here talking about it. So if you have your own thoughts about All the Young Dudes, email them to us at shiphappenssisters@gmail.com. Or if you have ships you would like us to cover when we come back to our regular kind of format, if we ever do, maybe we'll just be a fanfic podcast. I feel like this was super easy and super fun. I don't know what Emily thinks. Changing up the format.
Maybe.
We'll think about it. We'll talk about it. But other ships that we can potentially read fic for or research, send them to us. As always, leave us a rating or review wherever you're listening to this at. We just do this for, as we say, the love of the game. So, it would be nice to know that our shouts into the void are being heard. So again, thank you to everybody who has reached out. Love ya. And we got to go read, man. I'm going to get on my phone. I'm going to start reading the next chapter.
It's bedtime now. Just gotta, read a couple bedtime AO3 fanfic.
Hell yeah. And you'll know we'll be back here talking about it in another week because this summer, you can bet, we're in deep shit. In chapter 3, Sirius says, every black at Hogwarts has been sorted into Slytherin for 500 years. Well, that explains Snape.
It's just, you just know they were like patting themselves on the back about it. Like, haha, diversity.
They won't see that one coming.
So they make the bad guy, the guy who Harry just like has like, oh, he's got bad vibes. Like, what could it be? Just so stupid.
You're a racist, Harry.
Yeah, I